Yeah. So Matthew and I just got done practicing some music. We didn't play any ukulele, but
Corey just did. He's really stellar. He's really fantastic at it without even trying. Or you said you didn't know any ukulele. Here you are writing songs.
I don't know any ukulele. I was freestyling.
It's all right here.
I didn't even look
Everything
at that though.
about the ukulele, you didn't. It was there for you.
It is. But yeah, we just got done practicing. How many songs? We probably did practice about
Do you
12
remember
to
counting
15.
how many were on there?
No, I didn't count. But
Yeah, 12 to 15-ish, maybe even a little more.
we had a solid practice session. The reason for that is we got a show tomorrow at Cafe Roastery downtown.
I thought it was Cafea Roasteria.
Nope.
Okay.
Roastery. Kind of rhymes with rotisserie, but it's not a rotisserie. It's
Yeah, I see.
roastery because they roast coffee
They
beans.
spin the beans individually on a spit.
Yes.
Okay.
Here's a new tidbit of information. I used to roast coffee
I remember.
for that same coffee shop.
And Black Sheep, right?
No, not Black Sheep.
Okay, continue.
But yeah, I roasted while it was still Great Plains Coffee in the mall. Well, the shop was in the mall, Great Plains Coffee, and then we had a separate warehouse in T, South Dakota, where we did all the coffee roasting. And then some ownership changed, and
I remember.
we moved out of the mall and onto Louise by Johnny Carino's, and then also changed the name along with that to Cafe Roasterie. And then not long after, but I only worked at while we had the new location and the name was changed. I only worked there while the name was changed for probably 6 to 7 months while it was Cafe. And then I kind of had I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I'm trying to remember if it's type 1 or type 2 bipolar, but either way, kind of went off my rocker for a while. I don't know how well you remember that period, but I tried to go back to work after I realized what my diagnosis was and the medication for it. And it took me a while to get the right medication, one that would not make me feel like a zombie throughout the day. And because basically there was a good period where I just laid on the couch for the day. Got up to go to the bathroom, eat some food, went back to the couch. It was kind of a depressing low point in my life, but it came out.
You've overcome.
I've overcome it, and it didn't take that long for me to find the right medication and whatnot. But long story short, I ventured out doing other opportunities, employment-wise, and I've never gone back to work there. But
You never looked back.
I really would like to roast coffee again sometime. That's a fun job.
You got a passion for coffee. I remember you working at the mall. Remember, I worked at the mall at the same time, didn't I? At Culver's?
I think
Or did I just go to the mall and see you there? Because I remember seeing you there now.
Well, you worked at the Culver's in the mall at 2 different times, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think maybe you were working at Culver's.
Did you work, though, with Tom Haugen? Did he work there? Do you remember him?
I did not work with Tom Haugen.
Did he work there, though? Do you remember?
I don't remember him working there.
I remember seeing, it was either you or a different friend that worked there that would walk by and make deliveries, because Culver's used to do deliveries inside the mall. Like, a store in the mall would call Culver's and we'd have to go deliver a little bag.
Yeah.
But I remember walking by, and when I'd walk by, I'd stop, and it had to have been you, man.
It probably was.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it probably
Gosh, I
was.
forgot all about that being there. It was right next to the Dairy Queen.
Yeah, or the Dairy Queen and the
Caramel corn
caramel
area.
corn place.
Orange Julius.
Orange Julius, yeah.
Let's all have another Orange Julius.
Yeah.
Standing in line.
It's kind of a blast from the past. Thinking about those
Do we
days.
have to edit this video? Is that copyrighted that I just sang a lyric from a different band?
Well, here's the thing.
Isaac Brock, Modest Mountains, there you go. Now, the credit is due.
Yeah.
Credit has been given.
The thing is with covers on YouTube is it's happened before. We played "I Shall Be Released." And I put that on YouTube, and I got a message from YouTube saying
Really?
something like it was something to the effect of we're going to properly credit. I don't know. It's something to where like it's not a big deal. They just let you know that you don't have the right. Yeah, or like credit must be given, or you don't have the rights to it, or you need to label that it's a cover. Anyways, you don't get in trouble from any band for doing a cover on YouTube because there's, as you well know, there's tons of covers of bands that are popular on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're just to let you know, hey, don't claim this as your own, something like that.
I wonder who reviews all that. Imagine all the videos coming up on YouTube every day.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if like there's an employment staff that looks for that stuff,
it's community,
or if it gets flagged by like the
community.
record company.
Speaking of flags and whatnot,
Yeah.
I was a little disturbed the other day. I was on Facebook,
Yeah.
and I saw this picture of it was porn, but it didn't show any genitals, but it was obviously somebody having sex with somebody, and just came up on my it was somebody's like spread legged, and their legs were up and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But it just showed like kind of their backside, and then the person that was on top of them, you couldn't see that other person because they were on top of them.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, like for the sake of my nephew who's like 11 or 12 years old who's on Facebook, and for the sake of children that might be sitting on their parents' laps who aren't intending to be watching or looking at pornographic material on Facebook, and
Even
can
if it's
just scroll
softcore.
through their feed and then see this obviously like.
Was it? I imagine it wasn't like a friend's post.
It was a friend's post.
It was?
Yes.
That's even stranger.
Well, why?
Your friends are putting up.
Yeah, it was. It's a
Softcore.
long ago friend that I knew from high school that we haven't talked for a long time, and
Why would they put that on Facebook?
I don't know. So I was a little disturbed. So I did for the first time in my life, I reported a photo
Yeah.
because I was like, dude, I don't.
Yeah, there's stuff.
I'm not into this,
There's stuff like that that's.
But get this, Facebook came back like within 24 hours and said we reviewed the photo and we don't see anything wrong with it.
Oh. I think they're. Facebook will take something. Will take something down if it's like showing either female nipples or genitalia or male genitalia.
And that's it, but you can obviously have two people that are interlocked, but as long as it's not shown, like they were naked, you could see just skin.
Yeah.
Like.
No, yeah, I get where you're coming from, but I think that's what Facebook thinks of when they think of taking down something.
I was very surprised.
There's another incident this happened on Facebook not too long ago, but there's a guy. The guy and the girl shall remain nameless, but there's a guy who had access to this girl's Facebook username and password.
Okay.
And he was kind of like blackmailing her to not break up with him because he had this information. And he said he would I'm gonna post some stuff on Facebook under your profile if you break up with me. And so basically,
Not very well thought out.
it isn't very well thought out. I mean, well, that kind of brings up more questions. But
anyways, I want to hear the rest.
But anyways, she broke up with him, and he posted this photo of them having sex, and it was basically like she was on top of him, straddling him. He was inside her, and you couldn't really see like genitalia per se, but it was very
obvious,
clear and apparent that she was straddling him and he was on his back. Anyways, that was on Facebook, and it was on Facebook for, I want to say it was on Facebook for at least 3 to 4 hours before, because and if you think about this, like how many millions of people are on Facebook, and
loading photos.
Yeah, and things that and it's only gonna, and even if you do flag it right away, because I'm sure it got flagged right away. But here's the thing too. I was up late, and that's when it was posted. So it was posted at like midnight. So probably a lot of people weren't on Facebook or sleeping at the time. So maybe that's why it took so long for it to get taken down. But I think even if you flag something right away, Facebook's not going to get around to it right away because they've got millions and millions of like flagged reports to go through.
Probably.
Long story short, the photo got taken down and whatnot, but it's just like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like there's not much. Stuff can still slip through the cracks even if it's for a little while. Stuff like that, you know, but it's also sad that like he was messed up enough to feel like that would be appropriate. I mean, obviously he knew it was inappropriate, and that's why he was trying to blackmail her with that.
Sure.
But it's just,
I don't know, dude. I mean, I kind of want you to see this photo just so that you can agree with me, like, fully that it's, like, inappropriate to
I'm sure it is.
Be on the wall of... Like, I was just like, oh,
I believe you.
Look, flowers, like, there's, you know, somebody doing an inspirational quote. Oh, it was two guys. It was two guys.
Okay.
And it was just like, there's two guys having sex, dude.
Yeah, that's...
Bam. Like, just right there. It's just confusing to me. Like,
well, that's the thing,
they
too.
They didn't even see that, like, that's clearly pornography.
And if you can think about it this way, too. Take Facebook and all social media aside, there's still the internet to deal with. There's tons of stuff on the internet, you know?
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, it's like, you can seek out whatever the hell you want.
Right.
And seek it out.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're in this community that has standards that, like I said earlier, my nephew is 11, 12 years old, and he's, like, searching through... And granted, he's probably not friends with the same person I am.
Right.
But still, like...
Still a possibility.
It's a possibility that he could be sitting with his mother while his mother's looking at something that she doesn't expect a pornographic image to come up on. And there it is.
Yeah.
And, Mom, what's that? You know? Or like, yo, well, that's two people having sex, you know? Like,
yeah. Yeah, it's...
I don't know. I was confused and I was surprised that they didn't flag it. But
Yeah.
what can you do beyond that?
Yeah, and there's all sorts of things, too. Like, if somebody has a cable package, or not even a cable package, if some people have regular TV, and their child who shouldn't be seeing that kind of stuff is up late enough and the parents either don't know about it or don't care, they're going to see some stuff. Because even stuff that's like...
And we did too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably at the age where he's starting to understand and like...
Yeah.
It makes sense, but she has younger boys, you know, 8. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, you're right. It'll be on TV, it'll be on this, but that's where you, as a parent, can expect that it might be on there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect that to be on Facebook.
No, and for the most part, that stuff doesn't happen too often.
That was the first time it happened to me, which is probably why I'm still like,
yeah.
what?
Yep.
But then, yeah, you're right. Female nipples. That's a whole different movement. That's a whole different topic.
Hashtag free the nipple.
Free the nipple, dude. I'm okay with freeing the nipple.
I'm okay with it too. Like it's one of those things where there's kind of like some strange double standard that the female nipple should be
taboo.
Covered up. Yeah, or taboo.
Yeah.
But I mean, and if you think about it,
I think
it shouldn't be an offensive thing, but at the same time,
it's more of an object of desire amongst human beings than a male nipple. You know, like female nipples do turn on a certain type of desire.
Yeah.
That male nipples don't seem to, and they probably do for some people.
Probably because the female nipples are on a boob.
Yeah, I know, but the boob isn't what's really...
You don't think so?
I don't know. I think it's...
Well, it's one of those things where I think it's kind of dumb because... like if you
men
go...
can have boobs.
What?
You know, men can have boobs.
Men can have boobs.
So you can see that nipple on that boob.
Yeah, but it's kind of one of those dumb things because like if you go to a strip club, at least in certain strip clubs they can't be full nude up, you know. And so what they do is they just put like a small pasty on the nipple to cover it up.
Just a smiley face.
But like if you think about it, it's just like that's like it's not really
Doesn't take
removing-
a stretch of the
Yeah,
imagination.
it doesn't. It's not like the imagination has to really work hard to get aroused by everything but the nipple. You know, it's
Right,
just like,
that's true. Yeah.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. What are your thoughts? Okay, let's take this a step further. What are your thoughts on nudist colonies?
As far as
nude beaches.
I
That's
don't know.
probably.
I like the human form, and I don't see anything wrong with it. But what I'm saying is that I think there's a sense of privacy or reverence that should be kind of, especially around children, that you should have when it comes to the act of
Yeah.
having sex. Like,
Yeah.
that's not something that's just like, hey, like, you know, two people are having sex over here in the corner while we're over here having dinner. Like, that's fine, you know?
Yeah.
No. Like,
Yeah.
it's something private, you know?